Hello everybody, welcome to P.B.M. Money. Well, today we're going to take a last look at the first student I ever got to teach about finance. It's been about a year since we started, and today has been the best of times, it's been the worst of times. I'm going to break this video down to where we're going to talk about where she was at when she started, and 1 year later, where she's at today. So let's get started. Now, I have known her for it's been longer than that. Anyway, a lot of years. But we never talked about finance until about a year ago. And it was a stutter step start because she wanted to put her toe in, and I said, no, you're either all in or all out. I'm not pussyfooting. So she finally decided she wanted to go all in. Well, she didn't really have a choice, really. I mean, she had a house that was falling down around her. She had no money in savings. She had a teenage daughter, so she was a single mom. Her credit score was under 630. Right after she bought that house, it had a plumbing issue, which is several $1,000s, and she had to put that on her credit card, and she couldn't make the payments all the time, so her credit went from about $800 to $600. Plus, she was carrying this balance, trying to make payments on it. It was a mess. And then she had a couple of minor issues around the house that to her were major. And one of them was where the main power source goes into the house. There was a tree next to that had a branch. And she was scared to death that that branch was going to fall down, hit that wire, knock that wire out of the wall, and burn her house down. And I said, how long has it been there? And she said, since I moved in. I said, has it fallen in yet? She said, no. I said, well, what makes you think it's going to fall in now? She said, well, I just want to make sure. And I said, you let this house fall down around you for the next year or two. Then when you could afford it, we'll go fix it. That's why they have insurance. And she looked at me like I had three eyes. But she did listen to me, to her credit. So she had the plumbing issue, then she had the tree outside the thing issue, and she did leave her house alone for the next year. I know it drove her crazy, but she did. Good for her. So she's had these issues going on for the last year. So here we are a year later. Now, I've never had an issue with her saving. She's always been a good saver. The issue with her was keeping her focused, because she wanted to dodge all over the place and take care of every little thing that came along. And I wanted to try to teach her and explain to her that money is really not about money. I mean, everybody says it is. But money is about how you think and the actions that you take. I did a video not too long ago that said, how do I know when to use my emergency fund? It's not when you have an emergency. Because there will always be an emergency. It's about changing the way you think. So anyway, here we are a year later. She's got $1,700 in her emergency fund. She's got $3,000 in her S&P 500 account. She's in the process of rolling over $14,000 from a retirement account in her first job. And going against my advice, she went out on her own and got 100,000 points travel credit card from Hilton because her thing is not real estate or building wealth. She just wants to travel. So she went and got the credit card, and the spend on it is just about done, and she's going to do fine. Her plan is, as soon as that card is paid off, well, I mean, it's paid off, but as soon as she gets the spend done, she's going to apply for a miles card where she can get travel miles, which, as long as they're compatible and you know how to do it, great. Sounds like a good plan if what you want to do is travel. She's got $400 a month to invest in her investment account. Now she's got the money to go do that thing on the side of her house. And winter chicken dinner, now she's got a boyfriend who works maintenance, and he looked at it and said, yeah, I've got a tool, that's not a big deal, we can take care of that. So she'll get her house taken care of, and it's not going to cost her an arm and a leg. So, cool. Now, how did we tackle the plumbing issue? Well, her credit had dropped a little bit, but she managed to get it up high enough to get a custom cash credit card, and it's got an 18-month balance transfer feature on it. So she got the card, she combined balances on another card, and then took the balance from that one, put it onto her custom cash. Now she can put $100 a month towards it, be done in 18 months, or 15, or whatever the number is. And she's doing fine with that. And because she moved that balance, her credit score went up. Now she's got a 734 credit score. So she's come a long way. She's got a lot done. I'm really proud of her. She's done great in the 12 or 15 years that I've ministered to her. We got her clean. She finished college. She went to Bible college. She got a couple of jobs in her field. She's got a couple of retirement accounts. She's on decent financial footing. And she's planning her trip for next year. Not bad. So the things that I taught, you can make somebody do anything with money. That's not the issue. Like I said, what you have to teach is the difference in thought. And I taught her how to think about real wealth. And I taught her the difference in how to think about money. And I'm going to give you a quick little lesson here. To be honest with you, I don't care about money. I care about what money can do, but I don't care about money. And then after I got saved, I rarely cared about that. But I called a banker one time trying to get a loan on a duplex, and he asked me how much money I had, and I told him I had $12,000, and he scoffed and said, you got no business at all buying a duplex. And I was like, oh, because I thought $12,000 was a lot of money. So he kind of hurt my feelings. Well, he really did hurt my feelings. And so I prayed and I said, okay, God, this is not about money, but this is how these guys keep score down here. So if I got to be in the game, I got to be able to score. So let's get serious and let's go score. So we had changed the thought about money. I taught her how to change her thought process and decision-making process. Now, the last couple of times that she's had to make decisions, and not necessarily about money, she asked me for advice, and she got nothing from me. Not a positive, not a negative, not a frown, not a smile, not a nothing. And after a couple of days, she would text me out of the blue and say, I've decided to do this. And I said, and what's your reasoning? And she told me, I said, that is a decent decision. Good for you. You're ready. And I had to teach her how to change her habits. People that make money and have money have different habits than people that don't. So from today on out, my goal with her will be to advise and consent. But as far as teaching, I've taken her as far as I can take her, I think. And now we'll just learn from each other as we go. And that's a good thing. Because the more teachers I can have that know what they're doing, the better I feel. Well, you guys have a great day, a great week, and happy investing and teaching.